Welcome back to my channel, Math Language, and we're going to discuss business combinations, part 18, contingent consideration. And this will be the last part ng chapter 2, ang business combinations. So next tayo, chapter 3, after this video. Right. So ano ba tong contingent consideration na to? So basahin muna natin. An obligation of the acquirer to transfer additional assets or equity interest to the former owners of the acquiry if specified future events occur. So purpose niya daw, bridges the valuation gap when the buyer and seller disagree on the future potential of the business. Measurement always recorded at fair value on the acquisition date. Okay. So in simpler terms, ito yung parang earn out, yung earn out. Okay. So parang obligation ng buyer, si acquirer, of buyer, acquirer, tama. Obligation niya, nagpo-provide ng extra assets. Okay? Kasi may makikita ka dito pasobra eh. Sa mga example, extra assets or pwede ring shares. Okay? To the sellers kapag na-meet yung future events. O parang, pag na-meet yung quota, mayroon ako yung premyo or extra. Bonus, parang ganun. Mm-mm. Tapos, like pwedeng hitting a profit target or pwede ring pag yung shares tumaas yung value ng bawat shares, pwede rin yun. Okay? So, yung valuation gap naman, itong valuation gap, pag yung buyer or acquirer and acquiree, hindi mag-agree on what the business will be worth in the future. Okay? So, crucially, kailangan mo ma-measure yun at fair value. Okay? On the very first day of the acquisition. Nakita natin yan sa problem solving. Ngayon, equity versus liability distinction. Equity classified, if the promise is to issue a fixed number of shares, like your 1,000 shares example, ito ang rule natin. Kapag na-measure mo na siya once, you can never re-measure it. No gain or loss. Pag na-measure mo na ganito, hindi na pwede. Touch move na pag equity. Pag liability classified naman, if the promise is to pay cash or a variable number of shares, remeasured to fair value at every reporting date. So gains or losses go to the income statement. Mm. So we how we record this promise depends on what we are giving away. So meron tayong equity and liability, di ba? Kung number of shares, siyempre equity yon. Ang special rule dito, hindi tayo pwede mag-measure again. Never re-measure pag equity. Okay? Kapag liability naman, pwede naman, pwede tayo mag-remeasure. Okay? So, yung mga gains or losses go to the income statement. Now, dinagdag ko to kasi lalabas na sa journal entry para lang refresher lang. Okay? Yung mga feature ng share capital and share premium. So, nature, the legal capital of the company. Yung legal capital of the company, ito yung extra. Napapansin nyo, di ba, sa intact nyo, pag may sobra, lalagay nyo sa share premium, extra value or market premium. Yung value basis niya, ito, share capital, palaging par value yan, magkapatid yan. Okay? Yung share premium, yung sobra, based on excess over par. Ano bang purpose ito? Protects creditors dun sa trust fund doctrine. At share premium naman represents total invested capital or buffer. So, when to credit only when shares are actually issued. Sa problem solving natin, mapapansin nyo, hindi tayo maglalagay ng share capital. Makikita nyo mamaya. Kasi, pag hindi tayo nag-issue ng share capital, hindi tayo nag-issue ng shares, hindi tayo maglalagay ng share capital. Kasi mapapansin, bakit may share premium pa rin? Okay? Next one. So, the no remeasurement rule. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina sa equity. Okay? So, if a condition is not met, we do not delete the value. Touch move na eh. Ito sa equity to. Okay? The value was part of the original cost of investment used to calculate goodwill. So, counting logic, the reservation for shares is simply converted into permanent capital because the equity transaction is now closed. Okay. All right. Let's have some problem solving lang. On January 1, 2001, kunin ko lang yung Q. Okay, let's resume. So on January 1, 2001 daw, ABC company issued 10,000 shares with par value of 10 pesos per share. and fair value of 100 per share. Nito, si par value pati si 10 pesos. Ato, share capital to. Kapatid yan, si share capital. Yung sobra, that's share premium. In exchange for all the assets and liabilities of XYZ, XYZ's assets and liabilities have fair values of 1.6M and 900K respectively. In addition daw, ABC agrees to issue additional 1,000 shares. Ito na yun. Kung ngangako ako, may bibigyan ako 1,000 additional 1,000 shares to the former owners of XYZ kapag yung market price of ABC shares increases to 120 per share. Mine, December 31, 2001. The fair value of the contingent consideration as of January 2001 is 90,000. So pa nangyari daw yun, 90,000 daw. Based on consideration of the vesting conditions. Ito yung parang provision muna, estimate. Okay. Compute for the goodwill. Paano yan? So, we have this one. Consideration transferred, magkano ba? Magkano ba yung binigay niya muna? Nagbigay ba siya ng cash? Hindi. Shares ang inano niya. Kaso, anong ilalagay natin dun sa consideration transferred? Ano ba? Oh, we know that 10,000 shares, times mo ng 100. Bakit hindi sa 10? Hindi, dun tayo sa fair value. Kasi nakalagay dito, oh, always record at fair value on the acquisition date. Eh, no? Oo, yung 10,000 mo, 10K times mo ng 100. That's 1M. Diba? So, lagay ko dito 1M. Kaso, alam ko may dadagdag pa tayo dyan. Bakit? Itong, tawag dito, itong contingent consideration na to, itong 90,000, kailangan mong i-add yan. Mm. So, ilalagay mo siya dito. 90K. Okay? One moment. So, sir, bakit natin kailangan i-add yung 90K? Saan yung galing yun? Okay. So, kailangan natin siyang i-add kasi sino ba yung acquirer? Tingnan natin, sino ba yung acquirer kanina? Si ABC. Si ABC kasi, ang tawag dito, hindi lang naman siya nagbayad ng shares na worth 1 million pesos, di ba? Nangako din siya. Nangako din siya na, bibigyan ko kayo ng 90,000. Diba? So, sa standard accounting rule kasi, kailangan i-require yung contingent consideration to be measured as acquisition date fair value. Okay? At i-include mo daw siya sa total consideration transferred. As a rules yan. Okay? So, yun. Non-controlling interest, may lalagay ba tayo dito? Hindi, kasi wala naman sinabi na ito lang yung kukunin ko. Diba? So, walang 80%, 90%. Kinuha niya ng buo eh. Wala din to. Wala naman sinabi. Total, that's one. Baba mo lang. So, yung fair value of net identifiable assets, wala namang sinabi na nagbago yung asset nila or liabilities or something. So, pagbanggain mo lang to, that will be 700,000. At pag minus mo niyan, that will be 390,000. So, yung total goodwill natin for problem solving number 1 is 390,000. At yung journal entry niya, it will be like this. Identifiable assets acquired, i-debit natin yan, 1.6M. Yung goodwill, ito po, 390,000. Ano ba din yan? I-debit mo yan. Liabilities assume. Ito, sanay na tayo dito. Yung share capital, sabi ko, base nyo palagi siya sa par. That is 100,000. 10,000 yung shares, par value mo, 10 pesos. Share premium, yung excess. Naalala nyo, ang par is 10, fair value is 100. So, difference din is 90. At yung 10,000 shares, multiply mo dito, that's 900,000. Ba? At ilalagay mo dito yung share premium contingent consideration. Ito yung kanina na 90,000. Okay? Yan. At mapapansin mo, pag inad mo to, sorry, ito at ito, equal sila. Kuha tayo calculate. So, dine-debit natin yung identifiable assets, pati goodwill, plus 1,390,000. That's 1,990,000. Yung sa credit side naman, 900 plus 100, 900 plus 90. Yan. Ganun din. 1,990,000. Are we done it? Of course not. Siyempre may mga cases yan. Ang case mo natin is, paano pag na-achieve yung kaninang, ang tawag dito, ay no, mag-agree daw to issue 1,000, mag-i-issue daw siya ng additional 1,000 shares kapag yung shares daw increases to 120. Okay. So ano man nakalagay dito sa case? Ito nga, the market price of ABC shares on December 31 is 120. Hmm. Natupad nga, anong tawag doon? So nangyari nga. So the contingent consideration is settled out on January 15, 2002. I think 90K. Okay. So provide the journal entries. Pag December 31, wala ka pang ilalagay dito. Natupad lang eh. Tawag doon, tumama nga sa 120 kasi wala ka pang gagawin. Sa January 15 tayo mag-journal entry. Ang tawag dito, i-close mo yung share premium contingent consideration. Kaninang journal entry mo, ito yun, no? Di ba? Naka-credit tayo dito eh. Ngayon, i-close natin yan. Kasi parang hanging eh. Hanging to eh. Hanging. So, dahil tumama nga yung share capital mo, galigig dito 1,000. Kasi nakaligid dito 1,000 shares. Eh, ang share capital mo ay 10 pesos. So, dahil tumama, okay, dagdag yan. Dagdag natin sa share capital. Dagdag issue tayo. Saan yun? Ito. 1,000 times 10, 10,000. At share premium, kasi 90,000 yun eh. So, yun yung ano, tawag dito, balancing figure, 8,000. So, wala ka ng, tawag dito, share premium dito. Kasi kailangan ma-close nga to, di ba? Share premium contingent consideration. Okay. Di ba? Next tayo, walang cash kasi pinambayad mo nga ano eh, shares eh. Mm-mm. Paano naman kung yung market price of, ang tawag dito, market price of ABC shares on December 31, 2001 is 90 pesos. Hindi tumama sa 120. Oh, paano yan? Hindi ako magbibigay ng shares. Paano ang gagawin natin dito? Ito mangyayari. I-close mo pa rin yung share premium contingent consideration kaso magka-credit ka pa rin ng, ang tawag dito, ng share premium. Mhm. Okay. The reason why is meron tayong no remeasurement rule. Ito yung kanina. You know, if a condition is not met, we do not delete the value. The value was part of the original cost of investment. So, wala ka naman ilalagay na share capital kasi nakalagay din dito sa ano ko, sa table. Di ako magke-credit lang tayo when shares are actually issued. Hindi na nag-issue ng shares. Kasi hindi naman na-meet yung requirement eh, na 120. Hmm. Kaso, mag-ano pa rin tayo? Mag-credit tayo ng share premium para lang mawala itong share premium contingent consideration na to. Okay? So, in case 2, yan. Ito kasi temporary to eh. Temporary equity account to. Kailangan mabura to. Mm. Alright. So, next one tayo. Problem solving 2 naman. Problem solving number 2. On January 1, 2001, ABC Company issued 10,000 shares with par value of 10 pesos per share and fair value of 100 pesos per share in exchange for all the assets and liabilities of XYZ. XYZ's assets and liabilities have fair values of 1.6M and 900,000 pesos, respectively. ABC now agrees to pay additional cash equal to 10% of the 2001 year-end profit that exceeds 400,000 pesos. So XYZ historically has reported profits of 300,000 to 400,000 each year. The fair value of the contingent consideration as of January 1, 2001 is 10,000. Ito yung ginagawa nila dito is, sige, tingin namin 10,000. Based on assessments of the expected level of profits for the year, as well as forecasts, plans, and industry trends. O, paano natin siya gagawin? Compute for the goodwill. So, may binigyan na 10,000. Dito pa lang, ilalagay mo na to sa, dadagdag mo siya consideration sa consideration transferred. Okay? Okay. Hmm? Sorry. I think may mali lang ako dun sa problem solving. I-edit ko lang ha. One moment. Okay, so, ang tawag dito. Binago ko yung problem. Mali pala yung pagkakopya ko. So, I got it from Sir Milan pala ha. So, dito, ang pinagbago lang is ito. On January 1, 2001, ABC Company acquired all the assets and liabilities of XYZ Incorporated for 1 million. So, hindi sila nagbayad ng shares, nagbayad sila ng cash mismo. Pinakaiba nun sa problem solving number 1, shares for shares siya. Ito naman cash. Oh, we are compute for the goodwill. Consideration transferred natin, that will be 1 million here. Plus mo yung tawag dito, yung contingent consideration daw. 10,000, fair value 10,000. 10K, ito na lang, 1,010,000 to. Yung non-controlling interest wala to, pati to. Kasi binili niya ng buo eh. Ayun, acquired all the assets and liabilities. Ito wala din. So, 1,010,000. Fair value of net identifiable assets acquired. Meron ba? That will be, wala naman nagbago sa assets and liabilities. So, pagbanggain mo lang to, it will be 700,000. Minus mo yan, you will get 310,000. Diba, simple lang tong problem na to, no? Mm. Siyempre, may mga, ano yan, case-to-case basis na naman tayo. Yung journal entry natin, so identifiable assets, as usual, debit natin yan. Pati goodwill. Yung liabilities assume, siyempre, normal yan, credit. Yung binangbayad niya yung cash, di ba? So, 1 million. Itong liability for contingent consideration, liability yan, kanina kasi, ito, share premium contingent consideration siya, di ba? Saan yun? Ito yun, di ba? Share premium contingent consideration. Kasi, shares yun eh. Ang lalagay naman natin dito is liability for contingent consideration. Mm. So, pag nabigay mo, pag umabot sa quota, di babayaran mo yan. Kaya ano to, parang hanging to temporary. Mm. So, may 10,000 dyan na liability. Pag inad mo to, that's 1,910,000. Same naman din eh. 1,910,000 to. O, ito na. Siyempre, may mga cases yan. The profit for the year is 550,000. The contingent consideration is settled on January 15, 2002. Tingnan nyo to. 550 daw yung profit. Ay, ano ba yung usapan ulit? Kapag nag-exceed daw, additional cash equal to 10% of the 2001 year-end profit that exceeds 400,000. Kung may nag-exceed man sa 400,000, kunyari, 410, mamayos mo siya ng 400,000, ang nag-exceed ay 10,000, di ba? Yung nag-exceed niyan, kunin mo yung 10% niyan, so that will be 1,000. I think parang bonus na ilalagay nila. Yung parang they will pay additional 1,000 here. Kunyari lang 410. Kaso ang lumabas dito ay, saan ba yun? Ay 550. Ang mangyayari, ito na pala eh. I think carrying amount ng contingent consideration. 10,000, di ba? Ito yun. Tapos, yung fair value nun, nalaman mo na 550 pala. 550 minus 400, 150,000. Multiply mo ng 10% niyan, that's 15K. Di ba? So, imbis na babayaran mo 10,000 lang, 15 pala. Nalugi ka pa ng 5,000. So, meron kang unrealized loss dito ng 5,000. At ito, syempre, madadagdagan yung liability for contingent consideration mo ng 5,000 din. Yung liability mo madadagdagan ng 5,000. Bakit sir nag-debit ka ng unrealized loss? Kasi di ba, pag expense or loss, ang normal niya is debit. Hmm. So, pag babayaran mo na siya, ang tawag dito, mhm, let me just check. So, pag babayaran mo na siya, magke-credit ka na ng cash, tapos, i-close mo na tong liability for contingent consideration. At dito, this one should be January 15. Kanina ba kasi binayaran? No, 2002. Nakalimutan ko ilagay yan. Mm. Kasi December 31, nagka-loss ka na, na-realize mo, ay, ano pala ako, dapat pala 15,000. So, dadagdagan ko yung liability for contingent consideration ko ng 5,000. Tapos, yung January 15, 2002, babayaran mo na siya. Parang ano lang yun eh. Naalala niyo yung AP, accounts payable, i-close mo na kasi nagbayad ka na ng cash. Ganun lang siya. Okay, next. The profit for the year is 300,000. Paano yun? Ano yung journal entry natin? Take note, hindi siya nag-exceed sa 400K na quota. Sabi niya, magbibigay lang tayo ng additional cash kapag nag-exceed sa 400,000. Eh, dito kasi, 300,000 lang. Ano sa tingin yung journal entry? Wala. Wala tayong babayarang cash. Ang tawag dito, i-close lang natin tong liability for contingent consideration. Tatanggalin lang natin. Nagkaroon tayo ng gain kasi, ang tawag dito, na forecast natin na 10,000. Eh, hindi pala umabot ng hindi umabot ng 400K. Tapos wala nag-exceed. Eh di, okay to, gain tayo dyan. Close mo lang, wala tayong babayaran ng cash. Kasi nakalagay nga dito sa problem, to pay additional cash kapag nag-equal sa 10% of year-end profit that exceeds 400,000, eh hindi nga nag-exceed. Kaya, yun mo lang. Tanggalin mo lang tong liability mo. Tapos gain on extinguishment mo lang yan. Diba? Let's have the last problem solving. Ito, promise, last na to. ABC company acquired 90%. O, take note 90% hindi siya all. Mhm. 90% interest in XYZ for 1 million pesos. So, cash pinabayad niya. XYZ's assets and liabilities have fair values of 1.6 and 900,000 respectively. The ABC measured the NCI at a fair value of 80,000. Oh, may NCI ka. Ito na pala yun eh. 5 years ago, XYZ appointed Mr. Boss as the CEO under a 10-year contract, which requires XYZ to pay Mr. Boss 100,000 if XYZ is acquired before the contract expires. Tandaan nyo 5 years ago to. ABC assumes the obligation to pay Mr. Boss the contracted amount. Check natin. Compute for the goodwill. So let's start with the consideration transferred. 1 million. Okay. Sir, bakit hindi natin nilagay yung 100,000? Hindi. Later yun. Okay. I'll explain it later. Non-controlling interest in the inquiry, binigay naman na 80,000. So ito wala. Add mo lang yan. Yan. Yung fair value of net identifiable assets natin. Okay, so we have 1.6 M. Tama, 1.6 M yan, diba? 1,600,000 o minus mo sa 900,000. Tapos, maminus ka pa ng 100,000. Payable yan kay Mr. Boss. Diba? So that will be, teka lang, calculate na nga lang. 1.6 minus mo ng 900. Minus mo ng 100. 600K. Oo. So, tama ba? Tama. 600K. Nagkududa ako sa math ko. Ano? So, pag yan, that will be 480. Alam ko itatanong nyo, Sir, bakit yung yung 100,000 nilagay natin siya ginawa natin siyang liabilities at hindi natin siya nilagay din sa consideration transferred, 'di ba? Come to think of it, yung binasa ko din siya, nalito din ako dun eh. So bakit nga ba? Kasi ang logic nun, hindi dapat siyang i-add sa consideration transferred kasi liability siya eh. Liability to. Tapos, yung contract kasi, it was made 5 years ago pa. Na po, para ma-obtain natin yung Mr. Boss Service as CEO, hindi siya created for this merger. Walang kinalaman yun. Di ba nalagalagay lang tayo sa consideration transferred based on my previous video kapag may kinalaman siya dun sa merger. Okay? It doesn't benefit the acquirer. Tapos, ang tawag dito, yung impact sa goodwill niyan, dahil nga, di ba, nagkaroon tayo ng liability dito, ang tawag dito, Pag yung liability mo tumataas, I remember this one, tataas din yung goodwill. Ah, alam ko inabas ko na rin sinabi sa mga previous videos ko to eh. Pag yung asset mo naman yung tumaas, bababa si goodwill. Mm. So again, this was 5 years ago. Walang kinalaman to dun sa merger. Okay. So pag walang kinalaman sa merger at hindi naman mag-benefit sa ABC company dyan, wala di siya, di mo siya ilalagay sa consideration transfer. Mm. So that will be, ayusin ko na nga lang to, 480,000. Okay? 1,080,000. Yung fair value not identifiable assets, 600,000. Kasi 1.6 M minus mo ng 900,000, minus mo yung 100,000 na liabilities mo. Okay? And okay, quote lang tayo, preparation for the unexpected is the foundation of consistency. In business as in life, we count for the what if so that when the future arrives, we are already standing on solid ground. So, kailangan natin mag-aral para sa pre-board at para sa board exam natin. Kailangan consistent tayo sa pag-aaral. Prepare lang lagi ng prepare. Okay. And that's the end of the lesson on business combinations, part 18 contingent consideration. Ito yung last part ng chapter 2 ng business combination. So chapter 3 na tayo susunod. Okay? So more on computation, algebraically, yung part 3. Okay, mas pabor sa akin yun. In chapter 3 pala, I meant. So if you have questions or need of clarifications, please comment down. Again, this is James, your math and language instructor. Please like and subscribe. Laking tulong po sa akin to. Maraming salamat po. Bye!